What happened to the 12 apostles? The untold history of their final days. Hey family, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most powerful and emotional questions in church history. How did they live, and how did they die? This is the untold history of their final days and the faith that carried them through to the end. After Jesus' resurrection and ascension, the apostles didn't stay quiet. They spread the gospel across the world, even though they knew it could cost them their lives. Let's walk through what happened to each one, starting with Peter. Peter was crucified upside down in Rome. Why upside down? Because he didn't feel worthy to die the same way as Jesus. This was recorded by early church leaders like Origen and Eusebius. James the Greater. James, the brother of John, was the first apostle to be martyred. The Bible tells us in Acts 12:2 that Herod had him killed by the sword in Jerusalem. John is the only one who died a natural death. Even though he was exiled to the island of Patmos and supposedly survived being boiled in oil, he lived to an old age and gave us the book of Revelation. Andrew, Peter's brother, was crucified on an X-shaped cross in Greece. Even as he hung on the cross, he preached to those who watched. Philip was martyred in Hierapolis, Turkey. Tradition says he was crucified for converting a Roman proconsul's wife. Bartholomew, also called Nathaniel, suffered a brutal death, flayed alive, and then beheaded in Armenia. His faith never wavered. Matthew, the former tax collector and author of the Gospel of Matthew, was killed by the sword in Ethiopia while preaching the gospel. Thomas, the one who once doubted, took the gospel all the way to India. He was speared to death in Chennai, where believers still honor him today. James the Less. This James was thrown off the temple in Jerusalem. When the fall didn't kill him, he was beaten to death with a club. Jude, also known as Thaddeus, preached in Syria and was beaten to death for his faith. He's believed to be the author of the Epistle of Jude. Simon the Zealot. Simon spread the gospel in Persia and was either crucified or sawn in half, depending on the tradition. Either way, he died boldly proclaiming Christ. Judas Iscariot, and Judas, the one who betrayed Jesus. The Bible tells us in Matthew 27:5 that he took his own life out of guilt. Bonus: Matthias. Matthias was chosen to replace Judas. Tradition says he was stoned and beheaded in Jerusalem for preaching the gospel. Every one of these men could have saved their lives by staying silent. But they didn't, because they had seen the risen Christ. Their courage, sacrifice, and faith laid the foundation of the church we're part of today. Let this remind us, the gospel is worth living for and dying for. If this inspired you, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video with someone who needs to know the power of the early church. The images and visuals in this video are for storytelling and illustrative purposes only. They are not actual photographs or historically verified depictions of the apostles or events.